Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for coming on this very lovely Buffalo fall day. So we are going to be celebrating the completion of 10 acres of wetland restoration. We have a lot of great folks here. This project could not have been accomplished without the partnership of everybody that is here. That is all on you guys that we have been able to come here today, so you guys should all be very proud of yourselves. All right, first up today, before we cut the ribbon, we will have Major Billman speak first.
It's an honor to be here today to celebrate the success of the Unity Island Aquatic Restoration Project that helped us bring aquatic wildlife back to the Niagara River corridor. Today would not have been possible without the City of Buffalo and support from our federal officials, Senator Schumer and Representative Higgins. As the nation's engineers, we are constantly looking for solutions to our environmental challenges. The United States Army Corps of Engineers is proud to have delivered this project that used both natural and natural features and sediment dredged from the Buffalo River to restore 10 acres of coastal wetland habitat. This project wouldn't have been possible if it were not for the Great Lakes Restoration Initiative funded cleanup of the Buffalo River years before. Because of this project, we're able to successfully use over 56,000 cubic yards of suitable sediment from the Buffalo River Federal Navigation Channel. This was used to shallow the depths of the northern pond. And this lent to the reestablishment and the restoration of the wetland habitat. I'm sure that if you ask those that fish in the island, they would tell you it was worth the wait during construction. We have seen the return of native fish communities such as bass, muskellunge, and northern pike. They now have a nursery as well as a safe area for habitat to forage, thanks to removal of trees as well as installation of porcupine cribs. Not only have these wetlands helped our fish communities, but they've helped also sustain the Niagara River's globally important bird populations. Just like the Buffalo River Restoration Project, the Unity Island Project is not the end of a story, but the beginning of a new chapter for Buffalo and making of history on the Great Lakes. More beneficial use projects are being planned within the city and across the Great Lakes. This project is a model for others to try to achieve. The Buffalo District has a reputation to deliver world-class engineering to the Great Lakes region, the Army, and the nation in order to restore impacted ecosystems and establish conditions for a sustainable environment for future generations. In closing, we look forward to working with our interagency partners in order to accomplish this important work that will benefit our communities along Lake Erie and Niagara River shorelines. Thank you for being here today, and thank you for your continuous support. Building strong and moving dirt.
Thank you very much, sir. And it's been noted the importance of the Great Lakes Restoration Initiative, cleaning up our waterways, habitat restoration, and combating invasive species. A very, very important program that was started 10 years ago with $475 million nationally, and no one community has benefited more from that program than this community. Under the great leadership of our mayor, Byron Brown, who knows you can't rebuild a waterfront city on polluted waters, and we had the challenge of cleaning those up. The Buffalo Niagara Waterkeeper, Jill Jedlicka, a great leader in that regard as well. In this project, the White House cut 90% of the funding for this program and for the Great Lakes Restoration Initiative last year. It was Congress, in a bipartisan way, that restored that funding. And literally, we would not be standing here today to celebrate the completion of this project without that restoration of dollars. So much of the Great Lakes contributes to the freshwater drinking supply in this country. This community is a waterfront city. We're here because of the water historically, and we're here today to define the new iteration of a great waterfront city under the great leadership of our mayor. So it's a great project. We thank everybody for their participation. This was about $3 million, 65% of which came from the federal government, and I'm anticipating many more projects, and the mayor and I have talked about this several times over the next couple of years to fulfill, to realize the full potential of Buffalo as a great waterfront city again. With that, I would like to present to you Mayor Byron Brown, the mayor of the city of Buffalo.
Thank you very much, Congressman Higgins. It's certainly very good to be here with all of you at Unity Island to join Congressman Higgins and the Army Corps of Engineers to celebrate the completion of the Unity Island Aquatic Ecosystem Restoration Project. I want to congratulate all of the partners that have been involved in this project with us. Certainly I'm proud of my administration's role in this innovative project that restored 10 acres of coastal wetland habitat, brought back important wildlife to this great resource. You heard from Major Billman, emerald shriners, northern pike, and a threatened bird species called the common tern. These restoration efforts are sure to benefit future generations as they learn to appreciate the wetlands and their value to our environment. Again, I want to thank Congressman Brian Higgins and his colleagues in Congress, Senator Schumer, Senator Gillibrand, for the work that they do to bring federal resources to our community, which is so important. I want to recognize our Deputy Parks Commissioner, Andy Rabb, and our crew from the city that work closely with the Buffalo District Deputy Commander, Major Patrick Billman, and the Army Corps of Engineers on this project. And I want to thank the Army Corps of Engineers for how collaboratively that they always work with the city of Buffalo. We really appreciate your efforts. I also want to recognize again Niagara Waterkeeper Executive Director Jill Jedlicka for everything that they do for the waterways in our community. Finally, just an interesting story. I'm glad that we are here at Unity Island. A few years ago, the name of this natural area that we are so blessed with was one that was pejorative. And I was able to work with North District Councilmember Joseph Golombek, members of our Native American community, and other members of the community to change the name of this natural resource to Unity Island. Again, thank you all for playing such a major role in making this possible today. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, my name is Tim DePriest. I'm here on behalf of the Niagara Relicensing Ecological Standing Committee to say congratulations to the Army Corps of Engineers and the City of Buffalo on the recent completion of this successful wetland restoration project. When the Habitat Enhancement and Restoration Fund was created by the New York Power Authority, this is the type of high-impact ecological restoration that the Ecological Standing Committee had envisioned. Thank you for demonstrating what is possible with our support and may this type of creative approach to ecological restoration serve as an example for others, for other areas along our waterfront environment. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Jill Jedlicka, and I'm the Executive Director of Buffalo Niagara Waterkeeper. Thank you very much for including us in this celebration today. I don't have much more to add in terms of the technical comments about the project, but I will leave you with a little anecdotal story. August 19th, 1966, President Lyndon Johnson visited Buffalo to tour our outer harbor to learn about the environmental constraints and challenges at the site. While there, he was greeted by a local environmentalist, and a bucket of bottom sludge of the Buffalo River was dragged up and shoved under the president's nose. And he said, "Mr. President, this is what your Army Corps of Engineers is dumping in Lake Erie." And the president's reply was, "Those bastards." I'm so sorry, Major. It was not my words. It was a quote of the president, okay? But here we are, 50 years later, after an executive order and the awareness of our environment and the importance of it. Those activities no longer happen. We have a Buffalo River that is on its way to a full restoration, which has now sediments and that are able to be reused for restoration projects here in the Niagara River. And this is exactly what a success story is for our nation. So we've come a long way in 50 years. Buffalo and Western New York is really a national model for how this happens. And I can tell you, I travel around the Great Lakes quite a bit. Here in Western New York, there truly is a sense of collaboration here. When you've got a federal agency, state agencies, cities, locals, nonprofits working together to restore our environments and restore our natural resources, that's what this nation needs right now. And that's why the nation looks to Buffalo as a leader in environmental restoration. So, thank you.
All right, at this time we're going to be moving over to where the comically large scissors are. And it will be ceremoniously cutting the ribbon to show the completion of the Unity Island project.